Because I have a history of like not making the best decisions and being reckless and irresponsible as an adult. And this is one of those times. This is the story of the first time I took a taxi in South Africa. Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sharon. I don't like introducing myself, so let's get into the video. Okay, so it's been a while since I did an English story time, and I'm sorry guys, I know this channel was initially supposed to be only story times, but I kind of got caught up. But here I am now, and today's story is about the first time I took a taxi in South Africa. So background information, I've been living in South Africa for about, I'll say this is like my 4th year, and I am not South African. I am a foreign national. I think that's how you say it. I am Mozambican, and I'm there, studying and stuff. So things are naturally like different for me. Things are a bit harder when it comes to getting documents, getting opportunities and stuff. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm kind of used to it, but just so you guys can understand, the story and why this happened is because I'm not from this beautiful country. I'm from Mozambique, and obviously I don't know as much as everyone else would know, I think. Does that make sense? Okay, so I was living in Pretoria. I was living in Linwood, Pretoria. For those who are from that area, it's basically, I think, Pretoria East. I'm not sure. I was only there for a year, so I don't really know directions and stuff. So I had a dance audition, right? And this dance audition was all the way in Centurion, and Centurion I think is Pretoria North. I don't know, but basically polar opposite of where I was living, right? Guys, I had a plan. Okay, hear me out. I had this one friend, Alex, and I was like, Alex, Alex lives in Centurion, and I was like, Alex, don't you want to give me a lift? Because after uni, you going home, so give me a lift. And she was like, no, cool. It's just let's meet up here after school, and it's cool. I asked her this the day before. But then on the day, Alex did not come to school. And I was like, what must happen now? What now, sis? And I'm very responsible. So I didn't have a backup plan. My plan was Alex, period. I didn't think that far, So then when Alex didn't come to school, I was freaking out, because also, guys, reminder, I am a student and I didn't have that kind of money, because getting an Uber from where I lived to where I had to be was about 300 Rand, and then 300 Rand back. So I don't know you guys, but I'm a student and I don't have that kind of money, just chilling. If I had planned this months ahead, I could have gotten an Uber, but this happened overnight. They responded to me overnight. I didn't expect it, So I was like, what am I gonna do now? And I was like, you know what, Sharon, you're an adult now. You're responsible. You're gonna do this. Stop being a baby. Stop having a baby and just get a taxi like everyone else. You're a normal human being like everyone else. Oh, my arms are so flappy. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I asked my one friend how to get a taxi to Centurion, because I think he also stayed there or something like that. And he told me, he was like, okay, get this taxi and then you'll get there. He gave me a very vague explanation, and I should have been like, wait, what? But I wasn't, because I was like, okay, he knows what he's saying, whatever. I trust him. So, okay, cool. So I went to the place where you get taxis, the taxi rank, and I got a taxi. And in the beginning, everything was cool. I felt like I was getting to my destination, everything was fine. But then they start speaking to me in a language I don't understand. And I don't want to be that person to be like, I don't understand what's going on. Because mind you guys, background information again. This happened around the time, I don't know if you guys remember, South Africans high, but there was a time where I think, where another foreign national shot a taxi driver in Pretoria. It happened in my province, and this was either the day after, the day before, or on the day, but it was literally during that time that I decided to take a taxi. So I was scared, because some people, there are really bad people out there in the world that don't like people who come from my country, or that look like me, So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I was stressing. But then this one lady that was in the taxi kind of helped me out, and she was she spoke to me in English. I think she realized maybe she was also foreign national, I don't know. But she translated, they just wanted the money, and she told me how much it was. I didn't even know how much this taxi was. I was just getting in. I just wanted to go to my audition, So then, okay, cool. The lady eventually gets out of the taxi, so I'm on my own now. You know, like I don't have any translator, you know, Siri, helper by my side, like it's just me. So then, okay, cool, I give him money, everything seems fine. Until the taxi stops and literally everyone gets out. And I was like, what's going on? Like I asked the person who was driving, the driver, I was like, what's going on? He was like, oh, the taxi's finished. I was like, what? What do you mean the taxi's finished? And he was like, yeah, no, it's finished. Like, this is it. This is the destination. You either get off, get another taxi, or get off and like walk. And I was like, because my friend back in Linwood had told me to get this taxi, period. He didn't say, no, you need to connect to this other one. And then like, he didn't like tell me all this information, and I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out because I didn't even know the name of the area where I had to get to. And at this point, my phone had like 2%. I was saving my phone for an emergency. Maybe this was an emergency. Maybe I should have turned it on and like got on GPS. But I was also in an area where they told me like to not like put up my phone. Like my friend was like, when you get there, don't take up your phone. Keep it in your bag because people might steal it. So I was like, I'm not gonna take my phone. You know, whatever. I'll sort this out. Mind you, I was supposed to be at the audition at like 3 p.m. It was now 2:30, and I had no idea where I was. I had no idea how far it was from the dance place, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen, you know? So then I don't know what's going on here. It looks like bad makeup, but it doesn't. So then obviously like I explained to the driver, like, listen, I need to get to this place, you know, do you know where this is? And at this point I was like, are we in Centurion yet? And he was like,
no. Like, this taxi wasn't even going to Centurion. And I was like,
oh my soul. I was just like, what the hell? And I was like, okay, how do I get to Centurion? And like he told me, like, okay, you need to walk to this place and then take this taxi that's gonna take you to that place. And I was freaking out because, guys, I was basically late for my thingy. I didn't know where I was, and I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. Thank you so much. You know, like, he was really kind to me. So I got off the taxi and then I started walking to the designated place. Does a fight not start happening right in front of me at that moment? Like, I couldn't wait for me to pass or just before I came. Like, this guy, apparently, what I think had happened was that someone had like stolen someone's phone or something and they were running. And then the other guy was holding a rock. Guys, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it was a big rock. In my head, I'm just like, how did he even carry that rock? Like, I can't even carry it. Imagine like running with it and trying to like attack someone. So this was happening. People were screaming. Everyone was running. I was freaking out. I was like 30 minutes to an hour late to my audition. I was in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what to do. And I don't know why I didn't cry. I think, you know, I just bossed up then and there. But I was like freaking out on the inside. And okay, eventually this stopped. And then this went on for like 10 minutes, you know, like people running around, people screaming. I don't know if there are like other fights that happened at the same time. I don't know what happened exactly. I was alone. I didn't ask anyone. I didn't speak to one. I just like kind of like hid, ran away until like the situation calmed down. And then eventually I found the bus stop, the taxi stop. Sorry guys, if I say bus in this video, I'm sorry, because in my country a taxi is a yellow car and then a bus is what a taxi would be, you know. So anyways, I found the place and I got a taxi to Centurion. And at this point, like it looked like I was going the right way, except it was like 3 hours late and like it was getting dark now and I was freaking out, you know. My audition, as I said, was 3:30. It was now 4 o'clock and I was just like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So by the time I actually got to Centurion, it was like 4:20, you know. And I decided, okay, let me switch on my phone and get an Uber, because obviously this taxi driver is not going to drop me at my place. So with my 2%, I called an Uber and like I had like the address of the dance place and I put it there, and then like the moment I called my Uber, my phone died. Guys, I was like, what the hell, what am I gonna do? Like, it's 6 p.m, like it's pitch dark, I don't know this area, there's nothing around me, I'm in the middle of nowhere, I have an audition to get to. What am I gonna do? Like, how am I even gonna get back? If my phone had died while I was in the taxi, I'll be like, okay, cool, you know, whatever, I'll just like take the same taxi back. But at this point, I was in the middle of nowhere. I didn't even know how to get a taxi anymore. You know, I got out the taxi and then I walked a bit to like a taxi rank, and there was like literally no one there. It was pitch dark. This was December, this was July. So you guys know, like, it gets really dark in Pretoria, you know, in July, in winter. So yeah, I was just like there waiting for my Uber. And then this Uber driver arrives and he was like,
what are you doing?
And I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing? He was
like, do you know how dangerous this is? Like, this area, you can't just be like chilling here by yourself. Like, something could have happened to you. There's literally no one around you. Why would you do this? And I was like,
I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I literally said, I'm so sorry to the Uber driver, because like, I was shook, because like, I didn't know this. This is like my first time ever coming to Centurion, you know? So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, I was just glad, because something could have happened to me. Like, if I was literally just a tad bit irresponsible that day, so many things could have happened to me. Like, I think, so then, okay, I got to the dance place, and guys, I missed my entire audition. Like, I wasn't even late, I missed it. Like, I was supposed to join a ballet class, and they were going to see my technique, you know? But the class was over. Like, it was already the next class. Like, I was late to the second class. Can you guys imagine how embarrassing that is? Like, if you book an audition, something that you want, and then you miss it, you're not even late, you miss it. And the teacher was like, and now? And I was like, bro, like, I'm sorry. Like, I live far, I got lost and stuff. And she was like,
you know, like, whatever, you can join the hip-hop class if you want to, but like, the ballet class is finished.
I was like, I literally cannot like do hip-hop to save my life, so I had to do it, you know, as courtesy and like to be sorry. But like, I missed my audition, and like, that was that. So I managed to charge my phone, I had my charger, and obviously I sacrificed 300 rand, and I went back home. I could Uber back home, and the Uber driver was explaining to me that, listen, I basically like did like a whole turn around like Centurion, and I just had to go straight. Like, I literally thought I got in bad directions, but I had to do this. Instead, I did this. That's why I got lost. And apparently, the taxi that my other friend told me was right, but I didn't stop off at the right stop. So I messed it up. I'm irresponsible. I don't know how to adult. I would literally like, I'm not fit to be an adult. So he told me like, it's literally like not that complicated, but like you need to watch out what you do and where you go, because people like us, because he's Somali as well, he is a foreign national, and he was like, yeah, I need to be really careful because this just happened, you know, the current situation of like Pretoria and stuff, and like something could have happened to you, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. So long story short, I got home safe, and I never did that again. I've just always been scared. I will do it again because I need to boss up and be an adult, but I was kind of like traumatized, you know. So that was that story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more story times, I'm going to put the link up here. I have a few crazy stories. I make bad decisions, I am irresponsible, and life happens, you know. So don't forget to like, subscribe, do the most, show me some love. I post videos every Monday, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys next week.